Hi neighbors, do you need more traction? Well, I'm going to show you how to get there. This is Ed looking at our Titan chains on our 2023 Jeep Wagoneer L. So let's take a look at our Titan chains. So one of the things that I notice, and I like a lot because I install a lot of chains doing our videos, this case is one of the nicer ones that we have. It's really solid. It's kind of padded as well. Zipper, and feels like it's water resistant also on the inside. You're going to have one chain on each side, and I always suggest having a pair of gloves on the inside of your emergency kit, because whenever it's time to break these guys out, it's going to be cold. And also the chains themselves, they're steel and they can be rough burrs on the edges, and you could possibly cut your hand. So just something to be aware of. So let's take a closer look at what this chain does for you. So on this particular model, you want to install it on your rear axle. The wheels that are coming on this model is a 275/55 R20. So these chains are compatible with the combination of the vehicle and wheel and tire size. These guys come with the yellow chain out here. That's actually what's going to help work with your tensioner. This rubber bar is usually an add-on that you have with tire chains, but this is actually included. And what that does is help to keep the tension on this gray chain as it goes through these channels. You have two loops and a channel here, and that's what actually holds the chain up and away from your rim. So when you're rolling down the road, observing the necessary speed limit with your tire chains, this is going to keep any of that from rubbing against this nice finish. On this Wagoneer, this gunmetal is really nice, so you really wouldn't want to damage that with your tire chains. So moving on to the links themselves, these guys are square links. As you see, they're kind of square, and they're in a diamond pattern. Being on the rear drive axle, a diamond pattern, it will give you additional traction, but on your front axle is where it's going to help you as far as steering. But definitely will bite into ice, snow, helping you to stay on the intended course. And the Titan chains are S-Class compliant, meaning that they are the correct profile to fit underneath the wheel well, where they won't interfere with anything like your suspension or anything behind the wheel. So that's a good thing to know for most vehicles, because nowadays that's just something that's more common, that there's less space in your wheel well. So overall, these are some solid chains. Unlike cable chains or lower quality ones that you just keep in your vehicle to be compliant, these are the ones I would recommend to a person that is actually going to encounter snow, ice, and want that peace of mind that they're going to have solid chains giving them traction. Super easy setup. It doesn't require any additional tools to get it going. And honestly, once you do an initial practice run at home, it'll be super easy to get on your vehicle in the real world on the side of the road. So let's take a look at how we're going to get it on this wheel. Let's check it out. So now let's install our Titan chains onto our Wagoneer L. It's always a great practice with tire chains because the environment where you're going to use it is going to be wet, snowy, not ideal to be on the ground. It's always a good idea to figure out your chains at home where it's nice, safe, and dry. So after removing it from the case, we're going to lay it out making sure that we're getting our ladder pattern straight. The way I generally do it is slide this is going to be your end on this connector that's going to go towards the rear of the vehicle. Since I'm going to slide it through from the rear, I'm going to feed it through the back of the tire. So I started on this side and just kind of work my way to the other side, making sure there's no twist on the links and everything. And the hooks where it connect to the cable are going to be facing up. That way you're not having that press against your tire. We're going to go the whole length, and then you'll observe that there's a split here. This is going to be the point, like the cutoff as far as where it would connect on the other side, where your bottom part of your tread is making contact with the ground while you're sitting still. So we're going to spread this guy out, trying to keep everything together as best as possible. It's not a bad idea to go out wider because the cable's going to bring it back around. And as far as installs with tire chains, I've done a few, and this is one of the easier ones. And from here, you just want to check your links to make sure nothing's twisted or out of place. You're going to do the same on this side. Then you're going to grab the yellow end and the gray end and make your connection behind the wheel. After draping our chain over, we're going to make our first connection with the green hook to the yellow chain. And we're going to bring our chain around. It may require you to reach behind to actually grab your chain that may be caught underneath the wheel. But once you get that, you're going to grab the gray tensioner chain and feed it through the channel. As you see, there's like a notch on this end. You're going to feed it through and tighten it as much as you can. And then you're going to thread it through the red eyelids. So you have two of those guys. And this is going to assist the tension to keep the chains on your wheel and off of your rims. All right, and then once you have it tightened down, you're going to want to roll forward, complete the installation on the other side of your vehicle, roll forward a little bit, and just adjust for tightness, and then you're ready to hit the road. So that's been a look at the Tighten chains on our 2023 Jeep Wagoneer L. Have a great day.